All right, we're back. Hopefully you have this question down. I'm going to do it real quick. If you have not actually made your picture yet, stop the video and make your own picture. So, away we go. So we've got the same crate from the last problem is sitting on a ramp. The ramp is 20 degrees. The crate itself has a force due to gravity equal to 32 newtons. And the mass, as we found the last time, is 3.262 kilograms. Now, we've got a force being applied, just like we did the last time. Move that out of the way so you guys can see this. So we've got a force being applied 82 degrees above, or excuse me, 82 newtons at 23 degrees above the horizontal. 82 degrees, or excuse me, 82 newtons at 23 degrees. That's force applied. Well, as always, we have friction. I said friction is still 24. Now I'm doing the math in my head. I'm going to tell you right now something's going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because we have a very light crate. So you know what? I'm just going to modify that right now. Let's say that's 132 newtons. 132 newtons divided by 9.81 gets us a mass. Again, just the work there. It's a mass of 13.46 kilograms. Yes, so there's all of our information. Hopefully we've got this. Let's see if we have encounter any more problems. All right, so what's the first step? Hopefully you said split f of g into f of g and x, f of g of y, right triangle, f of g of x, f g y. And again, hopefully you've got this down. So f of g of x equals, because it's an opposite angle, it's 132 newtons. And again, opposite, so we use sine of the 20 degrees. F of g of y equals 132 newtons cosine, because it's the adjacent leg of the 20 degrees. Fine calculator. How excited I am to do this. So here you go. So let's take 132 times the sine of 20. Get, say, 41.1 newtons. 132 cosine of 20. 124.0 newtons. So f of g of x, this is 41.1. F of g of y is 124. What do we do next? Next, if you said find f of f, you're right. There it is. We found f of f. F, there's 24. What's next? Got to find that f of n. So I'm going to keep the diagram here. So the generic terms, up versus down, up equals down. In this case, we know f of n is there, equals f of g of y. But have we done anything with the purple? So can we finish this? No. You should say force applied in the y. We need to find that number and that number. So before we answer that, let's go to off to the side here. Force applied in the x. Force applied in the y. So again, we have 82 newtons. To find in the x right here, it's the adjacent leg, so this would be cosine. Adjacent leg, cosine of 23 degrees, and 82 sine of 23 degrees. Because now we're finding this one, force applied in the y, force applied in the x. So 82 times the cosine, 82 cosine 23 degrees. Let's try that again without messing up. That's 75.5 newtons. And force applied in the y, 82 sine 23, 32. Okay, so this is 32. And the x is 75. All right, we're cooking with gas now. So back to the original problem. Force applied in the y, we have 32. Force applied in g, force due to gravity, is 124. So 32 minus 124. If you said 92, you get a prize. F of n equals 92 newtons. So I guess we have to include 92 newtons in there. Whew, that's a lot of math. Now the question is, does it move right or left? So let's do sum of the forces in the x direction. Speed you up. Let's slow down. Well, which way is this thing going? I think it's hopefully going downhill. So my force due to gravity in the x plus my force applied in the x, and I'm actually pulling down the hill, minus force due to friction. F of g of x, that's 41, plus 75, woo, minus 24. For all of you that can do this in head, rock on. 75 plus 41 minus 24. 92. So the sum of the forces in the x direction is 92 newtons down the ramp. Okay, so that would be your final answer. A lot of work to get there. If you have questions, grab another one out of the book. We'll do a lot more in class. Hopefully this helped. Let me know what your questions are.